it's raining outside, so as a consequence I'll do a video on how to do something on a phone. What I'm doing on this time is I want to rename some files on a phone. I'm using CX File Explorer to do this. This is a list of file names and I want to rename them. But there's some difficulties in using a phone and typing on a phone. But there are some little facilities around that make life easier on it. For example, I want to rename this file. So I'm going to type down the bottom here, rename. Right, rename it. First thing I want to do is get rid of that word called image, which I've done. I'm going to touch it there, move across. This is a reasonably good thing to do that. And I'm going to call it Roger's Funeral. Stuff. Okay, but I want to use this again later on two other documents. I could use a bulk renamer, which I have facilities to do. Or I could just copy that bit that says Roger's Funeral Stuff and do it again. Now to do that, I need to touch it, and I need to do something. There it says Rogers. I didn't want the whole thing. It doesn't work very well. However, if you look down the bottom here, on this area here, if I go to that particular button there and touch that, and then go to text editing, this is what's called a Gboard. And I click switch on select. I can then use just a touch to use an arrow key to move across and then go back to say, I want to copy that. So that's a much better way than fiddling around with your thing. I'll say, okay, let's rename that file. I want to rename this other file the same thing. So I'll just simply say rename, get over there, okay, leap backwards, go over there, and thing I want to rename is already there. I just touch it and it goes there, puts it there straight away. All right, very good. So I want to do the same thing again. Right, rename. Okay, take out the beginning bit. Right now, go to the end bit there. Let's say, and notice this time that little thing about pasting isn't there. Another nice thing about Gboard when you're using it, which is above the keyboard here, is you can touch this particular part here, which brings up a clipboard if you've got it switched on. I've got it switched on, that function there, it's on. And copying more for faster pasting. Okay, turn on clipboard, so I've turned it on. And I just touch that bit there, and there you are. And you'll notice, by the way, it's also got the previous one I had there. I didn't want to do that, I'll cancel that, all right? Okay, so I'll just rename it again, righto. Rename. Get rid of that bit at the start, righto, delete that out, right, touch there, okay, go to the clipboard, touch Roger's Funeral, and there we are, okay. So this is a much better way of using a keyboard, using this thing called Gboard. Gboard is available on most Android phones. All you simply do is make sure it's installed or make sure it's operating, right, and whenever you want to do something on the keyboard, for example, this part of it here comes up, right? I'll just do that again, righto. There's something else I want to rename, for example. I won't do that at the moment. Okay. All you're doing is wherever you've got a keyboard coming up, right? I've got rename there. You've got this part of the functionality just above the keyboard there. All those functions, that one there, that one there, that one there. All those parts of it, right? It gives you functions to do things. There's lots of things you can do with Gboard. It's well worthwhile learning what you can do with it because it makes life easier when you're typing on a phone. That's all I've got to say. All right. Any questions? Email me.